Justin, why don't we start with you? We'll go this way
Sure.
this time.
Fort Totten's done with the fair gates. Do you know what stations are next, like people can expect to see?
Yeah, so Fort Dun's done of the test. So we realize that we want to actually make the hinges a little stronger, and we believe we can go up to about a foot higher on the glass itself. So those products are now being manufactured. So we'll probably have a little gap here, probably about a month gap of production. And then, like we said at our last board presentation, the first 9 stations will get done this summer because they're the ones with the single entry, one mez kind of easier situation. I think on that list, the next 2 are, I think it's Bethesda and Vienna. But then it's like, I think Bedding Road is in that list, Congress Heights is in that list. They're kind of spread around based on, again, on that single mez. But we expect the hinges to be stronger, and we also are going to get a little more height.
Were people pushing them open?
Yeah, I personally went over and I've tried it. I mean, the average person has to push real hard to do it, but we're still getting more. And what the real issue, it can damage them a bit.
Correct.
So that's part of this trying this stuff out, right? And we've had 3 different versions, and now we finally think we got the right ingredients to get it. But you'll notice the fencing is way higher surrounding them all as well. So we've driven down fare evasion pretty significant at Fort Totten, but it's still not to where we want it to be. So there's a little bit more reinforcement to go.
What's the ultimate height going to be?
We'll get that. I think it's going to be 60 inches is when the glass is done. So that's 5 feet.
Okay. And then you had also mentioned about like the emergency exits as well, making those higher, those
Yep.
gates.
So if you went to Fort Totten now, the emergency gate I think it's either 4 or 5 feet to be level with everything else. So like I meant, when we have all of our brown fencing, that has all been worked out as well at Fort Totten. So the idea is learning in one place and then taking that and replicating it at each station.
I'm good. You good? Okay. I wanted to ask, I think a lot of folks might be shocked by some of the stuff that was revealed near the end there about how you can't legally make a person give their name or ID in DC. What do you need exactly? Do you need the council to pass a change to the law? I mean, what would give you the authority to do that like you can in Maryland and Virginia?
Yeah, again, I wasn't here for, I guess that was 2018 with the bill that got passed. 2018, Chair?
Yeah.
I think 2018 on the decriminalization piece. Again, what we're trying to bring clarity. We're not saying that criminalization affairs should be back, right? I think that is a different kind of conversation. The issue in DC, from a legal point of view, is, and someone's right, we can ask someone for an ID. They are not legally required to give a true ID, and therefore we have no ability to check them for warrants. And what we want to do is just have that right to do that, which is equivalent, in my understanding, to if you got pulled over in a car, someone could check you for warrants as the writing a ticket for speeding. We just want that same level of checks, so we can get people in the system that are creating violent crimes or that maybe would hurt someone off the system.
It sounds like you would need the council to pass an amendment
That's
to that.
that would be the council's action, not the WMATA.
And you were saying in there, like a decent percentage of the time they wind up having warrants. Is that what you're saying?
Well, again, I want to make it clear. Not everyone that fare evades is a violent criminal with warrants, right? We got a lot of kids and they don't have their pass and there's that kind of stuff. That's not what we're saying. We're saying that there are people that are fare evading that are committing violent crimes. And I think what the chief is saying, every time the police go and arrest someone for someone has a weapon on a train, or there's a knife incident, or like we have employees that are threatened or assaulted every week. Those types of issues, almost universally, like Chief said, 99.99 or 99.5% of the time, those people are also fare evading. So all we want to do is, if you are doing any of these kind of disorderly conducts in our system, we're also checking you for warrants. What we know will happen, because it's happened in all these other systems of the country, people that are wanted for warrants are going to stop coming on Metro because they know they're actually going to get caught. Or they're going to act respectfully and pay their fare on Metro and then get off the system.
So on AK, I mean, I'm sure you've just seen on Twitter the renderings that the rack posted have gotten quite a bit of attention in recent weeks. Can you guys just like update us on the timeline of AK, when a final design decision will be made, when they will be in production? I mean, I know that the Hitachi Rail Factory in Hagerstown isn't even fully built yet, but just give us an update on the pipeline for AK.
Sure, we're planning to come into the board at our May board meeting with some more information about AKs, about material of the so we're in the design process right now. As I said before, Hitachi is not, if you will, on schedule, but that's a global supply chain issue. It has nothing to do with Open Gangway or anything else. It's just they are behind on delivery, like every other rail manufacturer or most everything else in the world. That for that part, I believe the pilot ones are being actually built in Italy. The first pieces at a factory, I think outside of Florence, and then Hagerstown will be where the true assembly actually starts getting built, and that's normal for manufacturing of train vehicles. We plan on coming back. Open Gangway is one of the obviously pieces. Seating layout, again, the material of the train, all of those types of things we plan on bringing back to the board. What we want to do is just, I think we've done a good job at this community process. We want to go to the RAC, we want to go to the ACC, want to look at best practices of our peers, get as much feedback as possible, so we're not just a group of staff members making a decision without actually getting really good input. So we're doing that. We're going to take back the board, show that input, and why certain decisions we think are best going forward for the agency.
So we have the May board meeting where you're gonna have more information. When exactly is a final decision expected on, hey, this is what they're gonna look like and this is?
Well, that's about that time. About that time frame. Yeah, like we're already working back and forth with them. I mean, this is a never-ending process. We have a vehicle engineering team that works with them every single day. And so a lot of this has to do with crash worthiness, and there's rail standards and all of those kind of things. So they have to. There's a lot of analysis of every one of these changes and tweaks, and we're working really collaboratively with them. So everything going with Hitachi, we believe is going well that way.
Last follow-up on Gangway. It seems like a lot of people, including RAC, support it, but have you gotten any pushback about, I don't think any of us are unaware of the fact that we live in America and we have mass shootings in America. Are people expressing their fear that because of the fact that the rail cars won't have doors to separate one rail car to another, that might lead to a more dangerous situation in something like a mass shooting situation?
Yeah, well, if we have a mass shooting situation, just like at a Home Depot or here or a church or a bank, you name it, I don't buy that the gangway is going to actually change an outcome of a mass shooting situation. And I think that people would see that all over the place, and that's why New York's moving in a certain direction, Atlanta's moving in a certain direction. There are some people sometimes that question safety more from an educational understanding, and now that we've walked through it, most people go, oh, that's great. So a good example would be a police officer or staff member, and if we end up, say, with a double open gangway, because we're probably very unrealistically going to an 8-car open gangway, because we don't have our shops and maintenance facilities to do that. So right now, we're probably looking at what we would call deuces, a pair, and having those open. But just go with you that a police officer or staff member could walk onto a train and now have a sight line of 2 trains instead of not being able to see the other train. So we actually believe it's a significant safety enhancement, not only for someone, and I think that's why the AAC is so excited from just like accessibility safety, but I think we actually have a better chance to actually see different behavior, better video layout, and just to actually deal with problems a lot earlier.
Yeah, and Joseph, I think the main focus here should be on the customer experience. I mean, I think that's, beyond the technical team that's been working now for several months, it's really about the customer experience. And as the general manager has stressed, building the new metro. When we look at the other systems that, are really using this now, the customer experience piece of this is just a really important component of this decision.
Yeah, and I really thank the board and the chair and the rest of the board. They've challenged me, like, what are our best world class practices, and that's what we should be adapting here. This place is going to be here forever, and we want stuff that is working well in other places. And we're a world capital, and we should be more like Paris and London and these places if we want to have world class transit.
Right about now at the Wilson Building, the DC Council is voting to nix the K Street Transitway and use that to pay for fare-free buses in DC. The tweet that I sent yesterday, transit advocates were kind of upset with that change, saying that better service is better than free fares. Where do you fall in this debate?
Yeah, I'm not shocking that you would ask me that question. So I listen. I think that here's the way to look at this, or the way we're looking at this. We are in the process of a better bus network redesign that this region has been talking about for a long, long time. 40 years to redo our bus network. We're getting overwhelming engagement on this. Huge business support, local government and regional partner support to get this done. We all want more people in the bus. During that engagement process, we have maps. And on those maps, the K Street Busway, Transitway, is one of the more important features on that map. And it's a lot of buses. I mean, you're talking a bus every few minutes on the main east-west corridor going across the city. So overwhelmingly, the feedback from customers and community at all these events is they want speed and reliability at the bus network. Those are the factors that people want because they know that's what makes the bus system work. So knowing all of that, the other part of the comment is we don't own the street. And so we want to just be collaborative, good partners with the district, but we've been very clear. We want all of our partners, DC, Maryland, Virginia, you name it, to work with us on bus transit priority, because the better we can move the buses, the better the system is for everyone, not just the people on those particular buses. So, I defer to the council on there's competing, I guess, priorities. That's not our place to talk about that, but I think it is our place to say we have a better bus network redesign, and we want to move buses in our network really efficiently and help customers get around.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I know you all have to get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, thanks,
You
guys.
good?
Is there a target date for when the first AK trains will be running though?
No.
Is there just,
No.
that's another question a lot of people are asking.
I think
Okay,
it's
2028,
sometime in 25.
25, okay.
Yeah, I think is when, so we'll talk about that in May,
Okay.
Sure.
but, yeah, I think it's in 25.